Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday, everyone. How is everyone doing today on December 14th, 2021? It is Tuesday, one of my favorite days out the week. If you don't know by now, I think all the days out the week are my favorites. So I'm going to just do a little housekeeping before I go ahead and introduce myself. Make sure I'm streaming where I'm supposed to be streaming, and then I'm going to dive into a conversation with each and every one of you as I often like to share insight, as I like to call it, my higher wisdom. So just hang in there a minute, just checking in to see that I'm streaming on my YouTube channel, and just to say hi when I am, and I am there. Channel. Whoops. And let's not get the echo. The conversation. And just sharing. Yes, yes, yes. Sharing. All right, I'm also going to go over to my Twitter page. So those of you who are watching on my Twitter channel, I think that's what they call it, channel. I'm not even sure. Still very new to Twitter, trying to grow the page there. So give me a second just to tap into this energy, making sure I am there. Oops. Let's see. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be there right yet. Let's see what's going on with my Twitter. Don't know. I'll have to come back to that because I could have sworn I was streaming there, but if not, no worries. And then I'm also on my Facebook page, which is probably where I'm going to land and stand. And yes, I am there. So excellent. Very well. I'm excited. And hello, Tanya. How are you, my dear? So I will take a moment as I do see those who pop in. I will take a moment to say hello. I'm just trying to figure out how to prop up my. Oh well, won't be propping it. We'll be leaving it. Anyway, very quick introduction so you know who I am. For those of you who are following me for the very first time, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And if you are wondering, yes, the deck is available on Amazon if you're interested in learning how to play with a different deck of cards. Anyway, wanted to do that shout out right there. As I said, I like to share wisdom, higher wisdom, that is, the wisdom that I gain when I go to sleep at night and then I wake up with all this amazing knowledge, which is, I like to call it higher wisdom, spiritual wisdom that shows up. When I go to sleep at night, I do call on my guides and I do ask them to activate my brain with new information. And sometimes I often wonder if I sleep at night because I often wake up not very rested, as I do believe I am traveling through the both worlds, so to speak, in reference to being here on Earth. But then I also travel to the other side and have conversations with loved ones and ancestors, shall we say. So what I would like to share with you today, for those of you who caught my cosmic energy forecast last night, which I did at about after 11 p.m., which was very late for me. Usually it comes on Sunday or early Monday, but I got it on one way or another. And I shared with you yesterday that Mars and also I don't have my notes here, which is really funny. Trying to remember Mars and also Mercury. There we go. I had to get the two planets together. Mars and Mercury on the exact same day, which was yesterday, shifted to different zodiacs. So Mars is. Let's talk about Mercury for a second, and then I'm going to dive into Mars because that's the topic for our conversation here. Mercury, I keep wanting to say Mars though. Mercury has moved into Capricorn Energy, which now lines us up with 3 planets in Capricorn Energy. So I encourage you to go and check out my cosmic energy forecast from last night to find out how that's going to influence you and what it is you need to do so you can be in the alignment that you need to be in so you can reap the benefits of Capricorn energy. For those of you who do not know what Capricorn energy is all about, very quickly, and then I really want to dive into my Mars conversation because I do not want to take up a lot of your time, nor my time, because I do have some place I need to be. Capricorn energy is about the work that we do. Now, it is the 10th house. When we think about Capricorn energy is the work that we do, I like to divide it into 3 sections when we talk about Capricorn energy. First section is the physical work that we do, where we actually get up every day, whether we're getting up at 5 in the morning to go to a physical place to do work, or we're getting up and getting in front of our computer and doing work, especially since the pandemic has hit. That's the physical portion of all. Then it's also our spiritual work that we need to do in regards to what we came here, what we were born, what we were chosen, because you know that you were chosen to be here in this lifetime. You have a purpose. You have a reason. You have a job, literally, shall we say, in regards to why you were chosen to live in this lifetime to fulfill. Now, many of us, unfortunately, are working jobs that are not necessarily in alignment to the purpose that we were born to do. And with the help of Mercury, Pluto, and Venus, which are the other 2 planets that are connected to Capricorn, there's going to be a lot of transitioning going on over the next give and take 6 to 8 weeks when we think about this Capricorn energy. So that second, like I said, I'm going to put this in 3 parts. So the first part is the physical work, that 9 to 5 or whatever your hours are that you go to work. And the second part is the physical work that we do with our spiritual process of what our purpose is, our purpose. And then the third part is the actual spiritual process that I want to get the right words here. The spiritual process that we need to do with our own energy in regards to when things such as, and I'm using the word things, such as our chakra system, when our chakra system is sluggish or even blocked for that matter, that might very well create physical discomfort, illness, and or disease. Now, if you are somebody in one of those 3 categories, know that based on medical astrology, it's a possibility that this is your time, this lifetime, to heal from whatever that is you've been contracted to do, shall we say. And I know it may sound really ridiculous, but unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, you've chosen this lifetime to work on healing, whether it's physical discomfort, illness, or a disease. You've chosen this life to do this work. And however the end result is, that really depends on the contract and what your medical astrology blueprint has been designed for you to do. So with, again, Capricorn energy, those 3 elements, those 3 sections, like I like to call it, the physical, you get up 9 to 5 and do your work. The spiritual aspects in regards to your spiritual purpose, why you were born, why were you chosen to be here in this lifetime, and then the actual chakra system of what needs work on within you. So when you actually take your spiritual purpose and also the work that you are here to do on your physical body, you can actually really combine those together. So that's with Capricorn energy. And I'll talk more about this over the next couple of weeks because, like I said, there's a lot of energy in Capricorn. And we will be moving into the sun energy of Capricorn in less than a week from now. So we'll actually have 4 planets in Capricorn season. 4 planets in Capricorn season. So if there's any of you out there who happen to have sun, moon, rising in Capricorn, know that there's going to be a lot of emphasis going on in your chart, in your body, in your energy field, in your workplace for that matter. Because again, remember those three parts: your workplace, what you're here to work on, and also your chakra system. So if you do have any questions regarding your chart, regarding Capricorn, and you would like to get some insight, this would be a great time to reach out by email. And that little ticker on the bottom says it, healingwithin76@gmail.com. to learn more about your chart and how these give and take next 6 to 8 weeks are going to help you, as long as you understand the process, where this energy can very well become very intensified should you not know how to use this energy. And that's why I am so passionate about wanting to come here and share this information with you, so you're not in the dark, shall we say. Now, what I want to do is I want to turn my energy over, my attention, my focus over to Mars just for a moment. Because in addition to Capricorn being in those 3 planets, Mars is going to play a huge role in addition to Capricorn. So Mars is going to help you in with the energy of Capricorn right now. Mars has moved into Sagittarius energy. Now, when we think about Sagittarius, it's the 9th house in astrology and is associated with philosophy, your religion, your higher education. Now, when I use the word higher education, I'm not really necessarily speaking about book learned, such as going to school. I am really speaking about the spiritual wisdom that you really do have within you, and that at nighttime, just as I said earlier, if you when you go to bed and you ask your guides to guide you in in regards, excuse me, in regards to insight that you would like to receive, and you may not have any idea what that insight is, and that's the beauty of it. You don't need to. You don't need to know the wisdom. You just need to say to your guides when going to sleep, I'm opening my energy up to receiving whatever wisdom that I need to know that's going to help me be a better version of myself, and then help me help those who come to me, who are being called to come to me. So, for example, if you are watching this video right now live with me, such as Tanya is, and hello, Mia, if you are watching live, you are being called to connect with me, to gain this insight as well. Now, your job, after you've listened to this video, is to go and share it with as many people who are willing to listen. Because after all, every one of us are students, but every one of us are teachers. And I may be the master teacher because I am teaching the broad of you, and every one of you is students teaching everyone else. So we all play a game here. We all play in this game. So when we think about Sagittarius energy, that 9th house energy, it is about the philosophy, it's about the religion, it is about your spiritual journey. It's also associated with traveling. Now, when I use the word traveling, I don't mean literally, although theoretically, when you think about it, many of us are going to be traveling during the holiday season, traveling to go see family and friends, maybe traveling to go look at Christmas lights, whatever it may be, the literal sense of traveling. But it's also traveling in reference to when you sleep at night or you daydream. You may find yourself traveling to a whole different other world, to a whole other time. You may, as I like to say, you may tap into your Akasha records and learn about yourself from a past life and come to know that you carried a different title in a past life. Such as for myself, I don't know if any of you are aware of this or not. I don't know if I've shared it that often for you to be aware of it. But in my past life, based on my Akasha records, I have had four different titles that I can remember. And some of those titles are, I have been a witch, I have been a nun, I have been a queen, I believe. And there's one other, but I can't remember at this moment. But those are the 3 things that I have been in past life. And ideally, I think in this lifetime, I'm really reactivating my energy to being a witch. And when I use the word witch, it's more like Wiccan in regards to I'm utilizing the tools that I've used back then, and I'm bringing them back in and using them so I can help my clients at a much higher level. So I'm traveling back in time and allowing my energy to surface, where people who've known me in the, let's say, last 20, 30 years may not actually recognize me now because of just my energy that I'm exerting out based on the possibility of who I was as a Wiccan and using those amazing fun tools such as essential oils and crystals and healing and incense and oh my god, I can go on and go on and go on. And what I'm doing right now, astrology, medical astrology at that, numerology, sharing this insight with each and every one of you and loving it in every moment that I do. So when we think about that traveling in your sleeping world and in your daydreaming world, you might travel back in time and discover some things about yourself, your ancestors, and how you might be bringing that into your energy now. So that's that nine energy. When we think about that nine energy in numerology, nine is about surrender, let go, transform, so to speak. And also it's about decluttering out the energy you no longer need. And that could be the physical sense where you're literally going into your closets and getting rid of things. You're going into your cabinets. You're going everywhere and anything, and you're pulling things apart to get rid of things you don't need so you can be lighter, physically lighter. And that when you do that with your material stuff, that actually helps you to feel lighter in your mind, which then makes space for the more important things. So when we think about that Sagittarius energy and that Mars energy, Mars is about action. Mars is about action. And Mars is a fire energy, so to speak. So it's about taking action, getting up and moving to do what you need to do. So you may very well start to get this, I'm going to use the word when I'm hearing, anxious feeling of that you need to be moving. It's no longer about just sitting still anymore, about movement. Moving your body, moving your mind, moving. And that's this energy of Mars. And interesting enough, today is Tuesday. And Tuesdays are ruled by Mars energy. So Tuesdays are a great day to really utilize that movement in regards to where do you need to move more? What do you need to move around? Like, for example, if you walk into a room, whether it be your living room, your bedroom, your office, your kitchen, your basement, your attic, whatever it is, and you're feeling as though the energy feels a little stagnant, it might mean that you might need to literally move things, like literally pull the couch away from the wall if it's up against the wall, and even get a chance and dust back there. And then you might even want to move that couch to a different spot in the room, depending on its energy. And it's so interesting, I find that this time of year, many people are moving things around so they can find the right place for their Christmas tree and all of their decorations that they're putting up. So of course the average person that do decorate are not just taking their decorations out and just planting them down. They're moving things around. So that means they're dusting, they're clearing things out, and they're making the room look beautiful and more energized. And now that the room looks more beautiful and more energized, they're more likely to want to be in that space and feel that new vibration because they've moved things around. And that's what we're going to be feeling as Mars is in Sagittarius energy. We're going to want to explore. We're going to want to discover. We're going to want to learn things. And now we're going to take this into the collective energy. We're going to want to really become more educated about what's going on out there collectively and what really serves our purpose. So using this Mars energy in Sagittarius and getting up, getting enthusiastic, and allowing yourself to be motivated to move it along. So when we think of Mars on Tuesday specifically, you might very well on every Tuesday on your calendar, put a little red circle around that date and recognize that that day itself is a day to move, whether it's moving something in your home, moving your body, and just being in that space of wisdom. And as long as Mars is in Sagittarius, it's a great time to travel back in time for yourself and get to know who you were in past lives so that you can really understand your journey in this lifetime. Because when we can take little pieces of past life experiences and bring them into this lifetime, sometimes you might actually be reliving an experience that you had from a past life that you did not get a chance to fulfill. Because again, we have this thing known as free will. And maybe the lesson in the past life was just too darn challenging to do back then, that you decided that, you know what, I'm going to take a pass on this and I'm going to do it in my next lifetime. And that next lifetime is now. So I don't believe, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to almost guess that we don't get too many passes. It's not like we could say to our higher self, well, it's still too challenging for me to do right now, so I'm going to pass on this and do it in another lifetime. And you might get to do it in another lifetime. It's really up to you. I would actually recommend that you do your best to do what you need to do in this lifetime. So if you're choosing to come back in another lifetime, maybe you can choose to come back as more of an angel, where things are just lighter and easier. Because did you know that there are actually people out there just like you and I, but their contracts are a lot easier, a lot lighter, and that's what they chose to do in this lifetime. So you can do that too. And if you want to know more about Akasha record readings and how to get one, feel free to reach out to me, and I can definitely refer you to an amazing woman, because that's one of the things, one of the modalities that currently I don't do. But I do know someone that does amazing work in Akasha Records, and I'd be more than happy to referring you to her if that's something you're interested in learning about. So with all that being said, again, I just want to recap so I can close off our time for today. And remember that every Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and today is the 13th. So when we think about the 13th, is it the 13th? No, I'm sorry, today's the 14th. 14th? What's today's date? I don't even know. Does anybody know what today's date is? I think it is the 14th. Let me just travel back. Sunday was the 12th. Monday was, yeah, today's the 14th. I'm so glad I knew the date. So let's just talk about the date for a moment, and then we're going to conclude our show, our time together. Today being the 14th, when I think about that 1 and 4 energy, 1 is doing things a little differently than you've done before. So the old expression goes, if you want to see something change, you have to do it differently. That 4 energy is about your foundation. So you're going to be changing something within your foundation. Now, it could be your literal foundation, which is your home or your workplace, or it could be your actual foundation, which is your body. How do you want to change your body? How do you want to change your home, your structure? That's that 4 energy. Finding the balance. So when you do walk into your home or you do walk into your office, you can feel more calm and relaxed as opposed to feeling anxious. So you happen to have a lot of stuff hanging around, known as clutter. This might be a really great day to clear some of that out so you can feel more calmer in your own space that you're in. Now, 1 and 4 is a 5 energy. So let's talk about 5 for just a moment. Based on today's date, that 5 is about changing something. That 5 is about having freedom and being courageous enough so you can change the thing so you can have the freedom. It's also about unpredictability. So on today's date, which is the 5, and that's just the actual date itself, not including the month and the year, that's just a 5 energy, where it really is about expect unpredictable things to take place today. Surprises, for that matter. It's always a great thing. Change, change, change. Then let's add the whole date together, where we have that 12 energy. Now, if you watched my show this past Sunday, I spoke a lot about the 12 and how 12 is about completion. 12 is about endings. 12 is about full circle. When you look at a clock, there's 12 numbers. There's 12 zodiac signs. There's in theory 12 chakras that run from our crown, above our crown, all the way down below, in theory. And also there are 12 planets when we think about it. So when we talk, I think there's 12 planets. Actually, I think there's not. Anyway, so that 12 is a completion. And it's also, when you take the number and add it together, it's a 3. So it's creativity, it's communication, it's learning to listen and learning to learn, being a student, being a teacher. That's that 3 energy. So we have that 3, we have the 5, which is an 8 energy. So 8 is abundance and balance, bringing it all together. Your karmic lessons that you're here to learn today. And then we're going to take that 5 again from collective energy, which brings us back to a 4, which is about your foundation. So as we said earlier, just based on the general date, the 14, we are building and we are changing our foundation. The foundation of our bodies and the foundations that we live in and the foundation in our community. And how can you change that today? As this is the energy for today. Use Mars in Sagittarius to help you change your foundation, help you become a better version of you, help you be a stronger, healthier, and more wisdomful person of you, as we are in this amazing Mars Sagittarius energy. Now, what I like you to do, some call to action, I like you to look up your astrology chart if you don't have it already, and find out where Mars is on your chart and see what zodiac sign it sits in. Now, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, no, I actually am 100% where my Mars is. Interesting enough. My Mars is in Aries. So now I take Aries and I calculate it down to where Sagittarius is. For me, Mars is going to be really focused on ninth house energy, which is really about me becoming more full of wisdom, higher knowledge, and wanting to explore and travel to past life to get to know who I am on a deeper level so I can serve every one of you. Because how I learn about me, what I learn about me is what I'm going to help you with. Because again, every one of you, when you are ready, as the expression goes, when the student is ready, the masters appear. And again, if you were watching this, whether you're watching with me live or you're watching on the replay, perhaps you are getting ready to learn. Perhaps you are getting ready to explore who you are and why you're here. Because remember, you were chosen to be here in this lifetime. This is your time to shine. This is your time to learn. This is your time to even become a master yourself. We all have mastering in us. Every one of us has ability to be a master of something. And this is your time to take action, to use this Mars Sagittarius energy to your fullest potential and wherever it sits in your chart. So just note that, look at your chart and find out where Mars is on your chart. And once you know that, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com to find out what exact theme is Mars and Sagittarius going to help you with based on your Mars energy on your chart. And we all have Mars on our chart, so just find out what zodiac sign it's in. And then I can give you some insight to how to utilize this amazing energy for your most highest good. Hello, Tanika. How are you? How are you? So I'm just saying hello to some of my Facebook fans who are on my page right now. Facebook friends, Facebook fans, however you want to call yourself. But anyway, that is the conclusion of today's topic. Feel free that if you are just hopping on now to come back and watch on the replay. Feel free to leave your comments for those who are watching on my Facebook page. Let me know how this resonates with you. And also, too, put in the comments what zodiac sign Mars is on your chart. And then I will provide you some insight to how Mars Sagittarius is going to be helping you. Because again, Mars is all about movement. Mars is about get up and do something. It's a fire sign. And recognize that when we think about Mars and Sagittarius, Sagittarius is about wisdom, higher knowledge. So with all that being said, let me know. And I do look forward to connecting with you at a later time, probably tomorrow at some point, as I will be speaking about Wednesday. It's Mercury Day. There's a lot going on in Mercury energy as well. And I like to, as much as I can, bring you daily reports regarding each and every one of the planets and where they sit in our actual days of the week and how they charge up the days of the week. So if you are interested in learning about that, Join me every day, weekly, because I also include some insight about the actual day itself based on what I just said today. Based on today is the 14th. It's a 5 energy day. Today is a day of change. And the overall energy for the day happens to be a 4. So we are changing our foundations today. And many of you still might be doing a lot of decorating, so you are changing the energy in your room. Every time you move and anything in your room, you're literally changing the energy based on the feng shui technique. So when you move things in your room, whether you're literally lifting your laptop from your desk to clear it down, and then you're putting it back down, you're moving that energy. And as we move energy in our space, that also helps us as well. So if you have too much stuff going on in your space, maybe it's a really good day to start clearing things out, to declutter, so you don't have too much stuff going on in your energy and you can breathe better, literally. Because when we do clear things out and we dust, we breathe better. And that itself is a whole amazing factor of breathing better. All right, guys, gonna let you go. It's about 30 minutes in, and I've taken up a lot of your time. Need you to get back to doing what you were doing. I'm gonna get back to doing what I need to go back to. Have yourself a blessed day. Remember, email your comments, questions for those watching on YouTube and Twitter. You can email that little email twittering on the bottom there, healingwithin76@gmail.com. Those who are watching on my Facebook page, please go ahead and leave comments. Let me know where your Mars is on your chart, and I'll be more than happy to come back and give you some insight based on that information. Until next time, for now, have yourself an amazing day. Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and also the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. Until next time, bye-bye for now. As a quick reminder, go ahead and leave those comments at healingwithin76@gmail.com. And for those of you who are interested in getting a one-on-one reading, this is a perfect time to do just that. On Thursdays, every Thursday for the month of December, I am offering $1 per minute, a minimum of 15-minute readings. So if that's something you'd like to take advantage of, go ahead and email, schedule your time, $1 per minute, minimum of 15 minutes, every Thursday for the month of December. Bye-bye for now.